All right, a Freilich and Chanukah, everyone. We're going to learn, as we do every Leil Shishi, the Kedushas Levi. And I want to apologize. Usually I record when I'm driving, but I saw all the Lashon Hara, a lot of Yentas are saying, and it's not good. So people have to. Yedai Nadaf Chivatin. This is a time of Zeis Chanukah. We have to focus on Shuva. So, but let's learn. The son of Gordon shall Yisrael, the whole world conchivatin. We're going to explain with help from heaven. Maimer Chazal. There's a Gemara in Shabbos Chaf Beis Amud Aleph in Chanukah. The Fligi Chadam Mutl Shtamish Lora, V'Chadam Asl Shtamish Lora. There's two opinions. One opinion says you're allowed to make use of the light, and another says you're not allowed to. Al Pi Mashal, we'll say a parable. Melech Adir Borleves Ani. A mighty king visited the house of a pauper. So, the natural way is that when a mighty king comes, he shows off his honor, his wealth, and his greatness. So the pauper, on his level of knowledge, rejoices when he sees the tremendous riches of the king. Because they never saw such riches in his life. But if he's an intelligent pauper, he's not happy about the wealth that the king showed him. Because he knows that this wealth by the king is a small matter. The joy is that the king came to his house, that the king himself was the guest in his house. It wasn't the joy of the riches, it was the joy of the king. So that's what we have here. When God does miracles with people, one just rejoices in that benefit that he had, that God did a miracle for him. Like the pauper who rejoices when he sees the wealth of the king. So that's like a person who rejoices that God does kindness for him. But there's another, it doesn't just rejoice from the miracles. Because God could do anything, so miracle's not a big deal for God. Rather, the joy of the miracle is that God is present in the miracle, that he is, so to speak, clothing himself in human beings. Because he's doing miracles for human beings. That's why he's rejoicing. That the great king is a guest, and he's indwelling and dressing himself, so to speak, to come among human beings. So that's the argument. One says you're allowed to enjoy and use the light. That's the person who's just rejoicing for the miracle. That's the joy of this world. That God did a favor for him. And this world is given for pleasure. And that's why that opinion says you're allowed to take benefit from the light. The other says you're not allowed to rejoice, to benefit from the light. Because through this we're rejoicing in God himself. That his light is clothed among human beings. He doesn't think about himself at all. When a benefit comes to him, Rather, he's rejoicing that God is clothing himself within him. He doesn't think of this world klal at all. Just but rather above this world. Things that are above this world are not given for physical pleasure. Because no eye saw this except for you, O God. That's why there's the opinion, which is what we actually paskin by. And there is a law, we're not allowed to have any physical benefit from this light because it's purely spiritual and it's the presence of God in our midst. Melech hafetz b'chayim, v'chasvayni v'chasmayni b'sefer hachayim, oy l'manecha Elohim chayim, yichboicha v'rachamon, v'rachamim zeicher tzir v'l'chayim v'rachamim melech hakadosh melech mishpat, v'chosmi v'chayim tovim kol b'nei b'secho, b'sefer hachayim brocha v'shulayim, Ifar nosatoy v'gezeres toivus yishus v'nechamas oinu zocher v'nikosei v'nichosem lefonechai anachni v'chol amcha bais Yisrael l'chaim toivim ileshuloim anachni v'chol amcha bais Yisrael l'chaim toivim ileshuloim. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and Freilich and Chanukah, and a good convention. You are a Gemar Chasim Tova.